celebrating the children.
The most remarkable thing about her is her light, but she really is a powerhouse.
Noah is, he's the kind of kid that I wish I was at his age.
She has a wicked sense of humor, quick-witted.
He's very outgoing, loving, fun.
And a hospital that heals them.
Thinking you were having a healthy child and realizing 3 days later that he might not live another day, it was a lot to take in.
It's just totally centered around making them feel comfortable and them feel special.
Bryson had severe congenital heart defect and basically only had half a heart. Just being here at Primary Children's, they make you feel like family.
There was a time that I thought, is he having a stroke?
When I got to Primary Children's, it's not like home, but it just felt home.
Celebrating the hope they give.
It's amazing. It's a miracle, and all due to the incredible care and staff that was here at Primary Children's Hospital.
You feel like there are people here that are here for me, and if one can't do it, then someone else right next to him can.
Not like any other place. It's one of a kind.
We're fortunate to have one of the nation's best children's hospitals and top-tier pediatric cancer centers right here at Primary Children's, giving children access to the most advanced medical experts, technology, and treatment available, so kids can get back to just being kids.
And with your donations, putting the child first and always.
I'm beyond grateful for Primary Children's.
Welcome to the annual KSL Primary Children's Hospital Give-A-Thon. We're so happy you're joining us tonight. I'm Deanie Wimmer, along with Mike Hedrick, Ashley Moser, and we look forward to this each year.
We love it.
It's a party, you guys.
Yeah.
We love it.
Our goal here today, very simple, right? Bottom line, we want to raise as much money as possible for the patients at Primary Children's Hospital.
Yes, we do. The theme for the Give-A-Thon this year is Let's Celebrate. I like that. We have a party going on outside the patio. You may hear it in the background a little bit here. We have volunteers ready to take your donations, and we have families here to share their stories. Just looking around here, I think we got a lot to celebrate about, don't we?
Yes, we do. A lot to celebrate. And you can celebrate with us by making a donation to this wonderful hospital. We know there are so many people, generous people in our community that want to help, and we're giving you that opportunity. We are here for the kids. In fact, we actually have a match going on right now with Hyundai. They are generously going to match your donations. That means your $100 donation turns into $200.
I like that. I like that kind of math.
Yes.
All right. Call the number on your screen right there or go to kslkids.com. For your convenience, you can also use that QR code. It's on the screen right now. It'll take you directly to that donation page.
I'm hearing the phones take off already. We love that sound. The Primary Children's Give-A-Thon has been a tradition at KSL for decades. KSL News Radio has participated more than 45 years. That's a long time. Television's been part of this important fundraiser for more than 40 years.
More recently, listeners from FM 100, 103.5 The Arrow have joined these efforts.
All right, so since we began, we have raised nearly $61 million. Can you believe that? It is a project that we have been honored to participate in because the work that happens at Primary Children's Hospital is so special. It's something we look forward to and celebrate each and every year.
And part of the reason is because we love hearing the stories about the children who are helped by the hospital. We love hearing about the work that's going on there, and we love raising money for such an important cause. Let's get those phones ringing right now.
We hear them. Let's get more of that.
Love that.
All right, let's head over to Shara right now. And Shara, you're over at some phone banks as well. We got a couple of places where there's a bunch of phones. The ones you're at right now, I hope they are ringing.
They are ringing, but they're not ringing as fast as they should. I think we need to get more people on the phone. So this is a look at our phone bank right now. We have multiple ways you can donate. You can donate by calling 801 KSL Kids. So that's 801-575-5437. Or you could use the QR code that is on your screen. You just open your camera, look at that QR code, and a link will pop up. There you go. It's super easy. Let's get those phones busy. Let's get these people to work, especially since we have a matching donation happening right now from Hyundai. So that means your $10 goes to $20. If you have a $100 donation, that goes to $200 donation. Let's make that happen. Hey, these laptops, I want to give a shout out right now. We've got PC Laptops helping us out here today to make sure that your donation goes through very quickly and very smoothly. I know that our volunteers are very excited to have these here and to be working off of these. So a big shout shout out to PC Laptops for helping us with our KSL Give-A-Thon here in benefiting Primary Children's Hospital. Now, for nearly 100 years, Primary Children's Hospital has been helping children, families, and communities across the western United States. Primary Children's serves the largest geographical area for a children's hospital in the continental United States, serving children from Denver all the way to the West Coast. Now, the service area spans about 400,000 square miles. That's 10% of the United States. So we have a lot of people who travel right here to Utah to receive the incredible care, the world-class care that we have here in the state of Utah at Primary Children's Hospital. So please, if you've been waiting for that moment to donate, now is the time to do that because we've got that match happening at this moment. So again, the number's on your screen and you can go online. Let's get the online website busy at this moment. Let's send it over to Ashley.
All right, Shara, thank you. We're out here on the plaza.
I'm trying to hear. Casey, you want to drop
turn that down?
Yeah, just down a little bit.
No.
There you go. So, off?
There's Casey.
Completely off?
Okay, now you know it's a party when you come out and you smell the popcorn.
Yes.
I smell popcorn. I hear music.
I love it. I love it. Everything about this is fantastic. Yep. Okay, we're out here celebrating on the plaza with some of the children who have been patients at Primary Children's Hospital.
Well, that's right. We're raising money for the programs that make the hospital one of the best in the nation. And that's not us just saying it. U.S. News & World Report has actually ranked it one of the best children's hospitals in the nation. Now, I want to wander over here. Because Casey, Casey Scott's over here.
Do we dare?
Yeah. Running amok, as always.
I'm always on my best behavior when I'm around you. Him, a different story.
All right, you're in the tunes master tonight, huh?
I'm spinning on the ones and twos. That's verbiage to use when you've got one over here and one over here. 2 tracks, 2 songs going at the same time, having some fun.
Okay, so our goal out here to raise as much money as possible. How are you going to do that tonight here with your music?
Well, we've been having people dance. We've been showing them the QR code so they can just download that up and then put money there, and we'll take any amount. And if you want to be a smile maker, that's the best way to do it because it's the gift that gives all year long.
All right, so you got a turntable here. Can you give me a wicka, wicka, wicka? There you go.
Yeah, he's legit.
He's the real deal.
But my payment tonight has been this sweet little girl that every time I play a song she likes, she brings me an M&M.
Oh, my.
So I'm up to 2.
Yeah. Uh-oh, you better keep spinning. Yeah, you got a little more. I'll bring you a few more.
Awesome. I'll be here all night.
Because you've been here a long time. To only have 2, I'm a little disappointed.
2 M&Ms.
All right, something to work on. All right, thanks, Casey.
Thanks. So you can see we're setting the tone to celebrate, but we want to talk about the kids. And one of the kids that we want to celebrate and introduce you to is Bryson Quinney. He's always admired his father and wanted to follow in his father's footsteps of being a firefighter. And thanks to the amazing care at Primary Children's Hospital, that goal will likely come true.
I've always had a real passion for firefighting. Ever since I was born, my dad's been a fire chief. I went to work with him. I like, these big red trucks and putting out fires and saving people. That was really cool to me. It really sparks the interest of I really want to help people. I think that's my purpose in life. So I was born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome.
Yeah, just shortly after he was born, the doctors had come in and said that he was arranging for a life flight transport, that Bryson had severe congenital heart defects and basically only had half a heart.
I distinctly remember in our very much naiveness about the situation, after his first major open heart surgery and the surgeon came to tell us how things went, I said, so should I bring him back in a day or 2 just for a follow-up? And he said, we're just hoping he lives for 72 hours. That's when I knew we were on a journey that I didn't know what I was in for. Thinking you were having a healthy child and realizing 3 days later that he might not live another day. It was a lot to take in.
I had my first open heart surgery when I was 7 days old. I ended up having 3 before I was 5 years old. I've always just been coming back to Primary Children's for a yearly cath lab and about every 6 months for a checkup. And then, our health was going good, but my liver started to deteriorate from my heart in about 2019. And so that's when they made the best decision and put me on the heart transplant list in October of 2019.
It's been, emotional. We always knew that heart transplant was going to be our reality. And a heart transplant certainly is not 100% cure-all.
I lived in Primary Children's with the inpatient for about 58 days. I ended up getting my transplant on March 5th of 2020. It was a very emotional experience knowing someone was able to say yes to give the gift of life to me, but also knowing that something very tragic had to happen to another family for me to be able to live out my life.
It's incredible. I mean, it's a miracle.
It's amazing. It's a miracle, and all due to the incredible care and staff that was here at Primary Children's Hospital.
I wake up and I get to live a normal life that I've always wanted. To be able to hopefully live out my firefighter dream and to be able to help people like people help me, it's going to be awesome, and I'm beyond grateful for Primary Children's for what they've done to me to help me achieve my dream. Primary Children's is awesome.
A beautiful story there, and we have more of those stories to share with you throughout the evening. Bennett, a young boy, one of your team's patients, Dr. Eric Hansen, joining us now. We appreciate you being here. His story is so interesting to me because I think a lot of us have baby monitors, and that was essential for his mother to actually find out that he had an issue in his eye. Could you kind of expand on what that looked like? And, you know, it could be something that we all should be looking out for in our little ones.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a unique scenario of how this was diagnosed, this being retinoblastoma, which is the most common childhood eye cancer, often affecting infants. And what Vinny's mom noticed is that on the baby monitor that was monitoring him while he slept, not for the eyes, but just to make sure he's safe and doing okay in the right position, that there was a difference in the glow of the eye. That one had this bright white glow and the other one was basically completely black.
And we're looking at that right now.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So with this information, what did mom do? How did she get in touch with your team?
So she did the right thing, which was bring it up to her pediatrician. And the pediatrician then immediately made a referral to a pediatric ophthalmologist who's a eye specialist that specializes in kids, where they did an exam and saw what looked like, oh, this is concerning for retinoblastoma. And then that's when it came to our team at Primary Children's and at the Moran to take care of Benny.
Thinking about, as a mother myself, you are your child's advocate. Obviously, Benny was too young to tell mom or anyone in the family what was going wrong. Take me to that place of how, scared mom probably was and the family was when they find out that this is a more serious issue.
Yeah, I think Benny's mom, before she even made it to us, had done some Googling and worked her up into a state of understandable anxiety and terror. But the thing that's nice from my point of view is especially when it's caught early like it is in Benny's case, because of this baby monitor, we are able to reassure the patient and their family that, hey, we can actually take care of this. It is quite a process. It takes quite a team, but there's a good outcome on the other side. And so, certainly like many parents, she came, she was very anxious about what's going on. But, we've developed a really close and beautiful relationship through that. And it's really lucky that she paid attention. I think that something you said about advocating for your child, because they can't tell you what they're experiencing. And the reality is when you're an infant, you don't actually know that you don't see out of one eye if that's the case, because their brain is able to adapt and just use the other eye, seamlessly. So Benny wouldn't, even if he was talking, wouldn't be able to tell his mom. And so, paying attention to any discrepancy in the eye, whether it's turning one way versus the other, whether it's a difference in the pupil reflex, is really important.
Wow. And it's so amazing to hear that he's doing so good today. He's doing well because of the care that he received at Primary Children's Hospital. Dr. Hansen, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for all that you do for our community. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
it's a pleasure.
For sure. All right, Mike and Dini, you guys are having some fun. You've got a guest yourself over there.
Yeah, we're always having fun. You know that, Ashley. The party continues here in studio. We've invited the Rise Up Children's Choir to join us and celebrate the hospital.
Yeah, many of these kids who are in their choir and many of their parents who are back at the cameras that you can't see know what it's like. They know firsthand to how to be a patient at Primary Children's Hospital. And we've grabbed one of these kids here, teenagers. We won't call you a kid. Emmy Casper, you've got a lot of experience for a 16-year-old.
Yes, I've been in and out of the hospital for lots of years, ever since I was little. The big thing is, though, that when I was around 9 years old, I had like 30 to 40 degree twist of my femurs. And so I have had 12 surgeries in 5 years. And so I've been in and out of like Primary Children's University Hospital. And I've had so much help with all these nurses and doctors. And I've had such a good experience with them. I felt so loved. And I always get blankets when I come to the hospital. I keep all of them still in my bedroom, and I have all of them. And I always just felt so much love and care from everyone here. here.
I mean, why is the hospital so important to you?
Well, I feel like they just help so many people, and these nurses and everything, they spend so much of their life, and I have like friends whose moms are nurses and things like that. These people put so much time and effort into making us feel loved and us feeling safe, and I feel like everyone should know that these people are amazing.
Everyone should know that.
Right. As a former patient, what do these donations mean to you?
Well, it helped me, I know, with like the donations, and like they help the nurses and the rooms and things like that, and the supplies that we get and everything. It just like helps patients feel good, and it helps nurses and doctors feel good. It just helps everyone feel loved. So.
All right. Working miracles up there, aren't they? Huh? You're one of them. You're one of them.
We are eager to hear.
Yeah, so the choir's going to sing a song as we go into break here, and while they're singing, it is a great time to pick up your phone, maybe go to the computer and donate. Let's listen in.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I feel like new sunglasses, like a brand new pair of jeans. I feel like taking chances. I feel a lot like 17. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I feel like anything can happen, laughing. You take me right back to when we were back when we were young. I feel like this, like when I close my eyes and don't even care. Anyone sees me dancing, like I can fly. Like making big mistakes. I feel like for the first time in a long time I am not afraid. I feel like a kid. Never thought I'd feel like this. Like when I close my eyes and don't even care. And you see me dancing. I can fly, and I don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open.
Welcome back to the KSL Primary Children's Hospital Give-A-Thon. We are having a blast out here. We're out on the plaza. We've got families, kids celebrating. And of course, we have you, the viewers, calling in and donating. Did you know that your money will go to programs that help children in need? Sometimes we need a break. One of those things is pet therapy. Hi, Susan. Hi, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to be here. We're having so much fun.
Stephanie, you're here as well, and you've got little Biscuit with you.
I sure do, yes. We're so excited to be here.
Okay, Biscuit and Kingsley. So these are two of the 37 therapy dogs. I just want to know, when I see my kids interacting with puppies, cats, I mean, they just light up. Tell me, how is it for you when you see these patients, these young patients, meet these little dogs?
It is so amazing, and I've been doing it for 20 plus years because I love it so much. But, you know, to go in a room and see a child that's going through so much and then to have a few minutes with the dog, it's so wonderful. We were there on Tuesday, and there was a little boy who had brain surgery, and he could lay only on his side, and Kingsley laid his head right on the side of his bed. He had 2 golden retrievers at home, and he just petted him, and he didn't move for 10 minutes.
And that truly is therapy, right? Stephanie, tell me about how you train these dogs to make sure that, you know, they're calm, they're there for these children.
part of it is they just have to have the demeanor to want to do the job. They have to really love people and children, as you can see. And then it's just working with basic manners and behavioral things so they can go into a lot of different spaces. We take them into a lot of different rooms where there's noises and carts and all of those things. So they have to be comfortable with elevators and lots of noises and things like that.
What do these donations, the viewers calling in and donating online, what do these donations mean to you and your program?
Well, we're just so happy to have the hospital thrive. We're all volunteers, and so we're giving back to the hospital doing what we do. And like you say, there's 37 teams that go every weekly and see these kids and help them, because Primary Children's Hospital is an amazing place.
Yeah, we love it, and we're so grateful that you guys are here. Biscuit, I have a question for you. Yes. Do you enjoy what you do? Can you translate for us?
Yes, he absolutely loves his job. It's the highlight of his week, every week, to see the kids at Primary Children's, isn't it, Biscuit? Yeah, high five.
Woof, woof. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it. So nice meeting you. Thank you. We've got more coming. Shara, I understand you've got some phones ringing over there.
Hi there. Yes, we are at the phone bank right now, and we are so excited to be, gathering your donations and letting you know how to donate. I want to show you the phone bank behind me right now. We've got too many people who are quiet at this point. We need you to call. We need to get those donations going. Right, Wendy? Wendy's in the back yelling, yeah, we do. That number is 801 KSL Kids, 801-575-5437, or you can go to kslkids.com to donate. But let's get these phones ringing. They're here. They're ready to take your donation, and they want to hear about the connection you've had with Primary Children's Hospital. Now, one of the amazing fundraisers we do for the hospital here at KSL is the KSL Weather Calendar. Each month, many of you send in your beautiful pictures from around the state. At the end of the year, the best photos are made into a gorgeous calendar. We sell the calendars, and all the money we receive goes directly to Primary Children's Hospital. Now, Les Olson Company is a sponsor of this calendar. Joining me right now is Chris Telesco and Scott Olson from Les Olson Company to tell us, all right, guys, how much money did this calendar raise?
It was almost $45,000.
Oh my goodness, look at this total, $44,000. We almost hit 45. That is incredible. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy's giving us a celebration. Scott, tell me what this means to you for Les Olson to continue year after year putting this calendar together and seeing these amazing photos, knowing they go to Primary Children's.
Well, Primary Children's is an amazing, we're lucky in Utah to have Primary Children's, and what I love about this is it incorporates talent across the state, and people can go out and they can take a really neat photo, and it might not be somebody famous that gets highlighted on this calendar, but then you turn it into the station, and all of a sudden you're highlighted, right? Yeah. And you're helping donate and helping raise money for
your talent raises money. We appreciate it. Well, you guys, I wish we had more time to spend. We were talking about how everyone has a connection. These guys have a connection to the hospital. We all do, which is why we're asking you to donate if you can. We're in a match right now. So again, your $10 becomes $20, your $50 becomes $100. If you can do it, we'd love to have these phones ringing. Mike and Dee Dee will send it back into the studio.
All right, Shara, I'll take it. And yes, we are matching right now. So please, I'm not great with math, but I do know 100 turns to 200, 200 to 400. So we're so excited. Please keep these calls coming in. Also, you can donate online if you're not so good on the phone. That's fine. KSLkids.com. No excuses. Thank you so much for your donations already. Well, we have another story to talk to you about. The Judy family, every day with their 3-year-old, their little Ollie is a gift. Ollie has been battling a rare genetic disorder, and there have been some very, very close calls. KSL's Tamara Vaifanoa sat down with his mom, who shared how their outlook has turned this challenge into a true blessing.
You're Oliver Gerald, huh? We call him the OG.
When you first meet 3-year-old Ollie, he draws you in with his smile.
You've got some good smiles, some good laughs.
And those cute red curls.
He's pretty much a joy to everybody. He makes bad days better. He's the best snuggler.
Mom Judy drives 4 hours from Ammon, Idaho to Primary Children's Hospital for Ollie's appointment.
Do you want to answer some questions? Tell us how you can be happy. Oh, there you go. Yes. You love it, huh?
A twice-a-month routine that he's endured since he was born.
We've gone through some pretty scary moments, I won't lie.
Judy was 20 weeks pregnant when she found out Oliver had a heart condition.
So we went through some genetic testing. We went and saw some specialists and finally ended up here at Primary Children's Hospital in their cardiac unit.
Doctors prepared a care plan, and Ollie was born March 3rd, 2020 at the University of Utah Hospital.
Very blessed that our plan didn't end up in the scary route.
More genetic testing led to a diagnosis of CDK13. Children with the rare genetic syndrome have congenital heart defects and motor or language delays.
He doesn't have a lot of the same abilities that other kiddos have his age, and he communicates in a different way, being nonverbal.
In his short life, Ollie has had 2 heart surgeries and 6 brain surgeries. He could have 2 more.
We've gone through a lot, and there have been many moments where we didn't know if we could go any farther.
April credits the caring team of specialists at Primary Children's.
They really focus on him as a person and not just a patient.
Ollie is the 45th person in the world who has CDK13, a club no one wants to join. But for Judy, connecting with other families going through the same thing gives her hope.
They have a family Facebook page, which has been super helpful, and everyone is very uplifting and supportive, and we ask questions and we get feedback.
Ollie's 4 siblings are his biggest fans.
Our goal is to help Ollie become the best Ollie that he can be, and that's just kind of our family mantra.
They celebrate every moment they have with their hero.
We don't need to put time frames or a list of things that we need to get accomplished. It's what are we going to do today, and that's what we're going to be grateful for. Right, Oliver? That's what we say all the time. We love you just the way you are. We see a future with him, and I know that that is because of Primary Children's Hospital.
For KSL News, I'm Tamara Bike-Vanilla.
What an adorable little guy. It's hard not to get choked up when you see these stories about little Ollie. He's one of thousands of kids who get quality treatment at Primary Children's Hospital. I want to welcome Janet DeWolf, Executive Director for the Intermountain Foundation at Primary Children's Hospital. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, we love it. And, you know, for a lot of people sitting at home, I'm sure they're wondering, where does my money go? Where do my donations go? Help us understand where, you know, if someone calls today, where that money will go and who it'll help.
Yeah, it'll help people like Ollie. You know, it'll help a lot of children. And there's so much that we do at Primary Children's that is funded through philanthropy. It allows us to be able to expand programs and facilities, invest in research, provide services that aren't reimbursable through insurance, but are critical to a child's medical journey. So things like expressive therapies, school services, bereavement programs if you need that, but a lot for family services also. And then we have child life specialists that philanthropy also helps to fund so that they help a child reduce their anxiety if they're going through a procedure or a surgery and things like that to be able to invest in them.
These programs not only impacting the child, the patient, but the family, the siblings. My daughter actually has regular echocardiograms up at Primary Children's Hospital, and when we bring our son, there's an area for him to play. There's an area for him to even, you know, get childcare while mom takes care of our little one. And it's beautiful to see that it's not just the patient, it's the entire family.
It's not. We take care of the whole family, and many times for siblings, when there is a sick child, they get a lot of the attention, the siblings don't. So we have the siblings clubhouse, the kids clubhouse that they can go to, and we'll have that at the new Miller campus also in Lehigh, so that they're able to get some attention and play and have what they need. So
wonderful. Janet, thank you so much for helping us understand where our donations are going. We appreciate
it very much, and we are grateful for all donations.
Of course. And speaking of donations, Mike and Deanie, do we have some numbers?
Well, I think we do have some numbers. The big board right here. This is where we're at currently.
Right now. But we'd like to get a drum. We're on our own for a drum roll, I think, because the volunteers are too busy.
No, there we
go. The drum roll is... Mike, take the honors.
Oh, my. 362,619. My goodness. Well done. That's like 40. What did we make? 40 grand off of that?
Yeah, just off of that. A few minutes right there.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
All right, just for information, our social media pages have been full of great stories about people who've been impacted by the hospital. We wanted to show you some of those and some of the comments. Here's a user, Hobbs Gal, who says her son was born with a heart defect. The first 3 months of his life were spent at Primary Children's Hospital. He's now 25 and in college and working to become a high school English teacher.
Isn't that incredible?
Success story right there.
It's got to be fun for anyone who works with the hospital, too, to see where they progress and where they are years later. All right, Valerie says Primary Children saved their 8-week-old baby boy 31 years ago. She says she is forever grateful for saving his life. send us your pictures or your stories about Primary Children's Hospital. You can use the hashtag KSL Kids.
So many people have those kind of personal stories. As we mentioned before, the theme today is Let's Celebrate. And today we celebrate the kids and the hospital programs that help them heal. For many of the children at the hospital, their favorite thing about the hospital is expressive therapies. Primary Children's is a national leader in this area, and though it might not involve medicine, it's viewed as an important part of their treatment and the healing process.
Yeah, expressive therapies involve music, art, dance, and storytelling, and they're used every day at the hospital. Now, the goals for expressive therapy include improving neurological development, improving speech and language, fine and gross motor development, increasing coping skills, memory making, and pain management. Now, the money for these programs comes from your donations. 100% of the money that we receive goes directly to the hospital to help fund these and many other programs, as we've heard as well.
Joining us now to talk about one of these programs is music therapist. We're going to walk over here, Mackenzie Mondak. How are you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing today?
This is such important work. She is joined by 8-year-old patient Adele Stores. How are you?
Good.
Mom Anna.
Hi.
Thanks to all of you for being here. You know, what kind of changes do you see in patients when they take part in music therapy?
All kinds of things. It just depends. I would say one of our biggest goals is helping kids cope with the hospital. So you see a big mood shift, big mood improvement when they're able to sing their favorite songs, move to their favorite songs. It helps them to get out of the hospital a little bit and back into what they do and love at home.
Yeah. Hey, Anna, I'm going to bring you in here real quick. You're the mom. You're the loving mom here. How have you seen these kind of therapies help your daughter?
Oh, exactly what Mackenzie was saying. You know, she just would light right up. We made regular visits to the music therapy room, Sophie's place, and they would turn on her favorite songs, and she would just start spinning and dancing and just being herself. And it totally, from the very beginning, it just lifted her mood and brought her kind of grounded her in like who she was. She was going through a lot, but the music really just brought her back to life.
Yeah, had a huge impact, huge impact.
I've seen Adele doing some of those things, those very things you talked about just here tonight. Adele, are you a Taylor Swift? Are you a Swiftie? Mm-hmm. So what song are you going to sing for us tonight?
I'm going to sing You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift.
I think there are a lot of other Swifties out there who are excited to hear this song. Thank you. You're a Swiftie too?
I'm a Swiftie. I'm very excited about this.
Thank you for sharing your talent and your experience, Adele.
All right, let's listen in.
Yep. All right.
Take her away.
You're on the phone with your girlfriend. She's upset. She's going off about something that you said. She doesn't get your humor like I do. Typical Tuesday night. I'm listening to the kind of music she doesn't like. She doesn't know your stories like I do. She wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers, dreaming about the day when you wake up and find that what you're looking for has been here the whole time. If you can see that I'm the one who understands you, been here all along, so why can't you see you belong with me? You belong with me.
Welcome back to the KSL Primary Children's Give-A-Thon. I'm out here with Adele, who you just heard singing. We're out on the plaza dancing to some tunes from Casey Scott and having a good time. You know, we don't want to we have to underscore the importance of donating, and we wanted to give you an idea of some of the ways that when you donate, it goes to specific things. You can know that your money is going in tangible ways that help children. And I want to just give you a few of those ideas or some of those things right now. When you donate, your money helps fund charity care, research, bereavement programs, music, dance, and art therapy. The art therapy and the music therapy that you just heard from Adele, and it goes to help the playroom. Those are things, again, that help children in some of the ways their basic care, but then in some other ways it helps them heal. Ashley, we've seen some of the patients testify tonight how much those things help them and how it sets them on the road to heal and feel better.
It may seem small, but it's a big deal for many of these children and their families to have these programs. Well, 40 years ago, the average survival rate for pediatric cancer was around 40%. Right now, it's closer to 85%. Money spent on research brings cures that benefit children everywhere. So when you donate, you're helping children like Afu Fiafia.
My name's Afu Fiafia. I'm 16. I have 4 sisters, 2 brothers. We all love to hang out with each other, and there's lots of joy around our house. No one's ever missing out on anything because there's just so many kids.
He's very outgoing, loving, fun.
I started experiencing pain in my left calf. Never really thought anything of it.
Kind of just wrote it off when he's active. It's a little sore.
A doctor suggested that we got it scanned and looked at.
He referred us to Primary Children's, and they confirmed the cancer that he had is Ewing sarcoma. It was considered stage 4 because when they found it, it had spread to his lungs and pelvis, abdomen, lymph nodes.
Our world just came crashing down. You just don't know who, where, and what to turn to.
We started with 14 rounds of chemo. During the last few rounds of chemo, they started the radiation on my lungs.
They saw spots that had come back in his lungs, and he had relapsed at that point. So they started chemotherapy again right away. 9 more rounds of chemotherapy. He just finished that a couple months ago, and he's in remission again.
I've been with Primary Children's for about 17 and a half years and have seen a lot of progression in cancer care during that time. We are so grateful for the new Sorensen Center for Cancer and Blood Disorders. It's a different setup than what we had in the past and actually allows patients to flow better through their treatment.
Primary Children's has developed a number of things that make it an absolutely fabulous place to get cancer care. We've gotten into that position because of a combination of Intermountain having really great care and Huntsman Cancer Institute bringing in supporting research so that we can really build something. We are highly motivated to make sure that people understand that we are going to do whatever we can for their children and whatever we can for their family.
There's a sense of comfort when you deal with the doctor on a professional level, but know that there's a personal touch to it.
For me, someone that's bearing really hard news to the family, can't imagine having to tell people bad news all day and to still have a heartfelt approach and not make it feel like it was just another day in his busy schedule. It was actually really comforting.
We have to build a structure that runs trials, collects samples, tells the world what we do, and finds the next series of cures.
The best pediatric cancer care is powered by philanthropy. Those investments enhance clinical care, support the child and their family in a healing environment, and fuel the discovery of new treatments and cures for children like Afu. Philanthropy is fundamental to our dedication to the child first and always.
People at Primary Children's are so welcoming and so helping, and not like any other place. It's one of a kind.
And joining me now is Afu and his parents, David and Celestia. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my gosh, you guys have been through so much. We just saw that story. How are you doing today, Afu?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, you told me you're playing sports.
Yeah.
Nothing's slowing you down.
Yeah. Back to playing football, so everything's good right now.
How do you watch something like that, and how do you reflect on that? Are there emotions that come up when you see what you've been through?
Yeah, I feel like that time was a big part of my life, and I feel like it made me the person that I am today.
Yeah. Tell me about some of those lessons that you've learned through this experience.
I feel like one of the main lessons I learned was to just never give up, and that hard things can only make you better.
Yeah, and we're seeing that. You're living proof of that. Tell me about, your friends and your support system that you had.
I actually had a really big support system. I have lots of friends, and there was many people that stepped up in the community and would do fundraisers for us, and even make things like bracelets and t-shirts for me.
That's amazing. And Celestia, you were there, of course, by his side as a mother would be. Tell me about the caregivers that you interacted with at Primary Children's Hospital and how that helped you through this.
Every one of them was amazing. We saw lots of faces, lots of people had hands-on care, and spending day after day, days get hard, very attentive always. Any need we ever had, they were on board. I couldn't even say enough how amazing they were.
What do the donations that are coming from our viewers here today, what do those mean to you and your family?
A lot more than I would have known before. Before this was a personal thing for our family, I didn't realize that what people would need, spending day after day in a hospital and fighting a hard battle. We've been blessed by a lot of the opportunities we had, different programs in the hospital, so many things. I mean, our family's been extremely blessed because of so many generous people.
Yeah, and these programs are what your donations will be going towards. David, I have a question for you. For families that are going through something similar right now, what would your advice be for them?
It'd probably be not to be afraid to ask or accept help. I think as a father figure, you're always wanting to come up with all the answers and know what to do and how to do it. But being able to accept help, Primary Children's offers numerous opportunities and resources to be able to take advantage of that helps lighten the load for not only Afu, but for us as parents there in the hospital.
Yeah, we talked a lot today about how it's not only the patient that's helped, but it's the entire family. They wrap their arms around you. What do the donations that are coming through today, what does that mean to you, David?
That means a lot. Initially, we were traveling from Idaho to and from the hospital, from Primary Children's to Idaho, and it puts a financial stress, not only emotionally, mentally, but we were able to take advantage of some of those resources, and that enabled us to be able to enjoy and help Afu fight the battle and not worry so much about the financial part of that. And so it means the world to us to have people donate.
And you guys did it. I mean, you are fighting, you fought, and Afu, you look great. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you both so much for sharing your experience. We're cheering you guys on. Appreciate it. All right, let's toss it out to Shara in the phone bags. I hope those phones are ringing.
They are a little too quiet right now, and after hearing that story, we need to get these phones going. It's that support from our community that helps these families get through such difficult times. So we've got our phone bank here. Who needs a phone call right now? We've got too many people. Okay, so the number 801 KSL Kids, 801-575-5437. And as we talk about Primary Children's, we talk about how everyone really does have a connection to this hospital. I do in my personal family, and I know you do at home as well, whether that's a friend or a family member. Devin, I'm going to jump in right now. You don't have a phone call. Tell me about some of the donations that have been coming in and what people have been saying, and have they had those connections?
Yeah, so I just got off a call with somebody who just said that they donated because they had 2 grandchildren have open heart surgery at Primary Children's a couple years ago.
Okay, so whether it's yourself or somebody you know or a loved one, those donations matter. Devin, thank you so much, and thank you to that family that called to donate. We want those donations to come in. There's multiple ways you can do it. The phone number, as we said there, the QR code on your screen, that black little fuzzy box, you just hold your camera right up to it. It'll pop open a link for you, and that'll connect you to kslkids.com where you can donate as well. So we appreciate all those donations, and we really, this is the home stretch, guys. Mike and Deanie, we need to get these calls in. We need to get these donations in and let the Primary Children's Hospital and the folks here in our community know that we are here to support them.
That's right, Shara, and we've been saying it before. The main goal tonight is to raise as much money as possible for this hospital. The calls are coming in, and we don't want to hold back the total.
No, we don't. We want to get right to the total.
Let's
So
do it.
drum roll, please.
Okay.
62 up to 378. All right, there you go. What was that, about 15, 16 gram right there?
Yep.
All right, well done.
Super jump. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming, please. All right, so here's something. Getting patients the help that they need fast, and it's an important part of saving lives, and IHC works very hard to make all of that happen. In 2022, the IHC Life Flight teams were called out on over 4,500 missions. Of these, about half are pediatric. In fact, one of those was my son. This means Life Flight lands on the roof of Primary Children's Hospital 5 to 6 times per day. Now, depending on how far they need to travel, the Life Flight's pediatric and neonatal teams will transport patients by helicopter, airplane, or ambulance. These teams are staffed by nurses and respiratory therapists whose experience working with pediatric patients spans decades.
Donations for cancer research have played a huge role in helping to heal kids. I want to introduce you to a boy who is cancer-free today, thanks to the research that has been done in the past. Tonight, meet Noah.
I'm Noah Reeb, and I'm 11 years old. My family is very caring and kind.
Noah is, he's the kind of kid that I wish I was at his age. Like, that's, he's likable. He's fair. He's honest.
He is really kind, and he always stands up for me. So, yeah, he's a good brother. When I was 9, I kept having like these huge migraines.
There was a time that I thought, is he having a stroke? His little mouth wasn't working. But after that, this is not just some normal migraine.
And so I got an MRI, and it turned out I had a brain tumor. I'm gonna have a big surgery tomorrow, and yeah, I wish I was playing football at school right now. And then, very safe.
I mean, you hear that, and like your life from that like point forward, you're like changed forever. You know, you and your child and your family won't ever be the same after that. And suddenly you're just like with a little kid, and you're like, this is a big adult thing that you're facing.
It's not a movie, so you don't know how it's going to end. And so I couldn't really accept the fact that he could have died from it.
Mentally, for me, it was really hard to not feel guilty. You know, you feel guilty like you could have done something.
And this thing is just bigger. It was way bigger than me. And so I had to sort of change my perspective to like, hey, you can't always be the rescuer.
Hey, because you're one of the strong ones, okay? Okay, just remember that.
On Noah's MRI, there was a tumor found in the pineal region of his brain. Once we determined that Noah had a germinoma, we needed to determine where all it was located in the body. We confirmed that it was only located in one area, which was great. It had not spread anywhere else. And from there, we formulated a treatment plan.
When I got to Primary Children's, it's not like home, but it just felt home. Like I felt comfortable, and I didn't feel like scared or anything because I knew that they'd take care of me.
You feel like there are people here that are here for me, and if one can't do it, then someone else right next to him can. And they are everything. They are the energy for the kids, especially confidence.
We were able to confirm that his cancer had completely melted away, as expected with this treatment, that there was no evidence of cancer, and he remains cancer-free today.
And we still, 2 years later, go through days where he will actually be emotional because he wants to go back.
These people are in an organization that is built to rescue. It's people like us that you're helping. It's people who are just kind of going through life, trying to make the most of it, trying to be the best parents that they can be, trying to raise their kids as well as they can.
Every dollar means something. It's so these kids feel like they're at home. It's so they feel like they are normal. It's all those things that you really try to make it at home. And Primary Children's, gosh, it's excellent.
Wow, those are powerful testimonials right there.
Lives changed because of the work they do. And those are a fraction of the stories that are going. And in fact, a lot of people on the phone lines, people are sharing stories as they donate. And
that's the beauty of it, is that you can see the lives that are changed, that are saved.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
It's heartwarming. It is so great. So thank you for all who have donated. And guess what? We're still asking you to donate. We're pushing hard here for the last half hour. We listen, we weren't going to say this before. My goal is $500,000.
Okay.
We can
He's
hit
gone
half
on
a million.
record. We'll do it.
So we're going to look at the totals right now. Right now we're standing at 378, but I heard we just got to jump here.
We're going to work it. Drum
please,
roll.
my friends.
Here we go. Oh! We are so close.
So close.
399. Let's push that over. Let's get to Mike's goal, and let's make that happen.
Yeah, we'll get to 400,000 here. It seems pretty quickly, but in a half hour, let's try and get $100,000. I think we can do that.
Okay. The simple philosophy of the child first and always informs every decision that they make at the hospital. Each year, more than 119,000 children go there for treatment and services. In 2022, the emergency room saw nearly 47,000 patients. That's a lot of people, but because of the amazing people that work at the hospital, they're able to make each child feel special.
There are some truly remarkable things that happen up at the hospital. We've been talking about it, right? Lives are saved, families are changed. Well, today we've been highlighting some of the kids who have received treatment at Primary Children's Hospital and the heroes who help them. A story I want to share with you is about little Eva and her life-saving hero. And here's the thing. Her hero is someone she didn't even know.
Meeting your hero in person can be a bit overwhelming.
Hi, I'm Kate.
TJ.
TJ? Hello. Hi. Wow.
You're Alyssa.
Alyssa, sorry.
And somewhat awkward.
Kate E4?
Oh, I didn't know what to say. I told her I was kind of starstruck.
But really meaningful, too.
She's a mom, just like me, so that was really special to me.
For the most part, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a daughter who's 2.5. The fact that they wanted to meet at all is, a big deal.
Strangers bound by a connection more profound than most can imagine.
She saved my baby's life. There's no doubt about it. I couldn't have done it. Her father couldn't have done it.
Kate selflessly donated a portion of her liver to save little Eva's life.
It takes a lot of emotion and strength and everything like that just to meet. So I'm glad they were willing to do that.
She had no idea who we were. She just wanted to do it out of the goodness of her heart.
At one point, I was talking to someone at work, and they had mentioned about the liver regenerating. And I was like, really? The liver regenerates? Fully? You can donate liver? Okay, let me look into that. I reached out to Primary Children's. I asked about their living donor program and how that all worked, and if they were in need of a liver.
She was diagnosed with biliary atresia around 2 months old. Most babies with this condition, without any intervention at all, they would have not made it to even 1 year old.
But Kate stepped in to help.
She was the perfect match.
But the extraordinary thing is, this wasn't Kate's first experience with organ donation. 3 years earlier, she learned a friend was in need of a kidney.
And she was just like, yeah, well, my kidneys don't work and I'm dying. I was like, oh. Okay, so what's your blood type? And she said she was A positive, and I was like, me too. Would you like a kidney?
When they discovered she was a perfect match, the deal was sealed.
The surgery was around Christmas time, basically almost exactly 3 years prior to the liver donation. Because I had donated my kidney to an adult, I decided to donate my liver to a child. I have a daughter myself around the same age, and to think about her having to be in the hospital all the time, it's heartbreaking. So if there's some way I can prevent somebody else from going through that, I absolutely will.
She's truly selfless, so I hope that I can put it forward.
If you're a candidate for donation, I would absolutely recommend doing it.
Since that surgery, life for Eva and her family looks bright.
She looks like any other 2-year-old, and we're loving to watch her thrive and learn new words and new tricks.
It's a wonderful experience to help someone.
Yeah, she's full of energy and she makes a mess of the house. And
That's exactly what she should be doing.
That's incredible.
Talk about donate. Every time we see that story, you talk about donating. Money is one thing, but your own organs and the gift of life is incredible.
I don't care what body part. She would give it to whoever, wouldn't she?
She did,
It's
yeah.
incredible.
Yep.
Incredible. All right. And if she can do it, you know what? Other people can as well, right? So we're so pleased.
Take that time now. Make the call.
All right. So we're so pleased to have Owen Jackson and his mom, Shantae, join us right now.
Owen was a patient at the hospital, and he is going to play his guitar and sing a Coldplay song, Fix You. But I want to just ask you first off about the accident that put you in the hospital.
All right. So me and my brother, because we got good grades, we were going to go backpacking, and we're going to go in the Wind Rivers, and a car was going to pass a semi, but they didn't see us for some reason, so we hit head on the highway.
And how did that injure you? What did you have to go to the hospital for?
I got a severe traumatic brain injury, which they had to put me in a 9-day coma, medically induced, and yeah.
So Shantae, your mom here, right? You're watching all this play out. What does Primary Children's mean to you as a mom?
And Primary Children's means everything to me. I was also involved in the accident, so I saw him unconscious instantly. I knew he needed a lot of help. He was life-flighted, and I didn't know where to. When I found out it was Primary Children's, I was instantly relieved. I knew that they would take care of him. We had experience there before, and little did we know that we would be there for such an extended period of time. But knowing that he was going to be there and get such great care was so reassuring.
Oh, and we're seeing a lot of pictures of you in the hospital playing the guitar, playing the keyboards. How did music therapy help you?
I was playing music again before I learned how to talk and walk again, so kind of shows you what I like to do, I guess.
But that helped you learn then to talk again and to develop, rehabilitate, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, let's hear you. Coldplay, ladies and gentlemen, Owen.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Nights will guide you on and ignite your bone, and I will try to fix you.
Dance party on the plaza.
Adele does not just sing.
She dances. Too. And so does Shara. Shara not only does the news, but she's a Taylor Swift
Looking good, Shara. Looking good.
Nice.
No bad blood with Shara. Zero bad blood.
You know what does give you bad blood, though? Medical bills.
Yes.
Medical bills can take your family's budget to the brink. And that is one reason that why we're here tonight. The Family Assistance Fund was established to provide families with emergency response to ease the stress of having a child in treatment. Now, let me give you an idea of what that means. Some of the resources provided by this fund include public transportation vouchers, gas cards, replacement clothing, food, and more. Just the things that you're going to need while your child's being treated at the hospital. Your gift ensures that families can focus completely on their child's healing during treatment. So again, just another reason why we are asking you to give generously.
And you heard from Ashley when she was interviewing that family, as they talked about coming down from Idaho to Utah. it changed things for them. There's so many stresses just involved when you're up there, just the physical side of things, just hoping your kid in some cases are even going to be alive. You add the cost of things into it.
Yeah, you don't want families to have to worry about that. They've got enough on their plate already. So that's another way that you can alleviate those problems. And child first and always, that includes those kinds of survival.
Yeah, that's exactly what the motto is, right? Primary Children's Hospital motto is the child is first and always, and that's how all the kids are treated at the hospital. Alexandra knows firsthand about the treatment there because she's been going there for years. Here's her story.
Here you go. You want to show them your TikTok channel? There you are.
Yeah, I go to high school next year. I'm going to be in 10th grade.
Alexandra is, well, everyone calls her an angel because for what she goes through on a daily basis.
Next year, I'm going to do 3 classes. This year, I only did 2 classes.
She was fully grown, perfectly healthy little girl. We knew nothing was wrong because nothing showed. I remember her teacher saying, there's something that's just not right. We can't pinpoint it. Okay, Lulu, here you go.
She has a mitochondrial disorder.
When you hear that, you have no idea what road you're going to go down.
Diagnosis of mitochondrial disease is really hard. And it's a multi-step series of metabolic testing that we can do from blood especially.
There's a mitochondria cell in all parts of your body, so it's always a grab bag of what is going to happen to you.
The dark colors are kind of hard for me to see.
And we know they're progressive. We know they're going to get worse day by day.
I have many tremors. I am losing my eyesight a lot. And my hearing loss is getting worse.
Today will be her best day every day. So tomorrow it will be a little harder, but it'll be the best she can be. Dr. Butterfield says it's like running a marathon every day.
It's a roller coaster.
Okay, do you want to sit right there?
And she's such a good girl. And to see her and see what the level she was functioning at initially, and to see her lose some of those things, that's hard for her family. But it's hard for us too, as a clinical team.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. She's excited to go to Primary Children's. She's excited to see her doctors.
I don't know all my names. I'm doctors. I have too many doctors.
I never thought I'd be a mom that would handle having a child that has to handle all of these hurdles, be something that I'm like, yes, we can do this. But she does that. She helps me do that.
Well, my favorite art right now is doing puzzle pieces because that's the most easy for me.
The most remarkable thing about her is her light. Her life may not be very long, we don't know, but as long as it's comfortable and she's happy, and what else do you want?
You never stop needing your mom.
That is true.
I agree. I love you.
Aren't these stories inspiring? You guys have got, 20 more minutes to get these donations in. We are matching them. Hyundai matching all of the donations coming in. So please give us a call. Go online, kslkids.com. We need these donations. We need you to open up your hearts and donate to the families that will be benefiting from all of the money coming in. So please, please, please do that for us right now. Well, Primary Children's Hospital is expanding, if you haven't heard. They're expanding their campus to include a brand new children's hospital in Utah County. It's going to offer the same terrific care given in Salt Lake, but this will serve the children in that part of the state. Gail Miller and her family donated $50 million to get this project started. This is the largest single donation the family has ever made. Our reporter Katya Stepovic got a chance to go inside and take a look around. So take a look at the progress taking place there.
So this is the main entrance into the building, and so patients would come in here, and then they would be greeted at the check-in desk.
Inside the walls of Primary Children's Lehigh campus may not be full of hustle and bustle now.
So a family would be escorted in here. This is a typical outpatient room.
Every day, new equipment is coming in, and workers are hard at work to soon open up the 3-story outpatient center and 5-story hospital tower to children and their families, offering 140 patient care spaces.
The first floor, of course, has all of what you expect on a first floor, your emergency department. We will also be a trauma center. We have outpatient rehab, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech pathology, all the therapies that the kids need. The other thing that is really wonderful here in this building are our behavioral health services. So we always build in our buildings these beautiful staircases. So a lot of open light, windows.
The years of planning and prep are finally coming to fruition.
Our goal is to treat kids in the lightest touch possible, the lightest intervention. And so anything we can do to prevent crisis events from happening, that we're all about that.
The goal, to put children first, but also to put them at ease, at least as much as possible in a hospital setting.
There'll be a cushion in there, and a kid can climb right in there and, get tucked in and just be playful. And then this room is used for physical therapy primarily, but also cardiac therapy for kids who are undergoing cardiac therapy.
A vision, years in the making, now inching closer and closer to bringing care to the growing number of Utah County children and their families.
We have built this outdoor terrace, but this allows the kids to come out and get some fresh air, be able to play a little bit outside. It makes my heart just swell to stand here and look at the progress and to know that we'll be able to open and provide that care closer to home, to ease the burden of travel, and really try to help the families by placing the child first in all ways.
Wow, that looks like such an absolutely amazing hospital. The community down there, so excited for it to open. Families like Braylee's, thank you so much for being here today. That's close to your home, isn't it?
Yes, it's about 15 minutes away.
Not bad. That's awesome. So you'll be making that trip. Tell me, why would it be, a drive out to Salt Lake versus a drive to Lehigh? How will that be easier for you to get to where you need to go? You were at the groundbreaking. I saw you. You were there, huh?
Yes, I was.
And were you excited to be there? I mean, that's so close to your house.
It's about a 15-minute drive instead of a 45-minute, 50-minute drive.
Mom, tell me about her experience and how, having a hospital in our state that gives that kind of care, how that's helped you and your family.
It was just, Primary Children's just wonderful. The nurses were wonderful to her. They kind of care for her like they were her own.
And this happened back in 2016. For people that don't know her story, what happened?
So she was riding on a lawnmower with my mother, and she dropped, her shoe fell off, and she got down to get it, and my mom didn't know she got down, and she accidentally ran her over, and it severed her right leg and damaged her on her backside.
You guys have been through so much, as a family. Tell me about the care that you received at Primary Children's Hospital.
The care for her?
World class.
Yeah.
The care was world class. Even from the first phone call, so when it happened, we had rushed to the local hospital, then she was air flighted to Primary Children's, but while she was in the air, they had already made contact with my wife. They'd already let us know they have the room, they're ready to catch her. They gave us a status report update, and we were giving us the play-by-play as we were taking the longest drive of all times to get there. But they were ready. They had a team of doctors, and not just like one thing, but a team of doctors. They had social workers. They had the specialists. They had everything that you needed. They had you there. They made you feel like we got you. Don't worry. And it really made us feel like we really are in the best hands in the world.
Yeah, when she came out of surgery, there was about 10 of them, and they kind of just were talking amongst each other, telling, going over her care, and then, letting us know what the plan was after, her surgery.
And tell me, too, you know, you guys have been here throughout the evening. What do donations from our viewers, how do you feel about the donations and where they go, and what does it mean to you?
Well, it really just helps families like ours, right? They provide the facility and the world-class care that kids need, and like the access to the facilities, and like not just like the doctor's facilities and that stuff. It is like the music facility and like the recreational places and playgrounds, and just like the whole hospital itself is built, like I like to, like for distractions. They're the master distracting the patient from the trauma that they're going through and just make them focus on the get well part.
I know that you were young when this happened. It looks like you're doing so great right now. Thank you all so much for joining us. We really appreciate you sharing your experience and letting our viewers know how these donations help families like you.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
All right, guys. All right, Mike and Dee Dee, you guys have got some smile makers to talk about today.
All right, Ashley, thank you. And, you know, here's the thing. I think one of the cool things that he mentioned was it is first class up there, and they make you feel when you are there, everyone makes you feel like you're the only person in the hospital that they're treating.
And isn't that amazing? Because more than almost 200 people a day, 180 kids a day will walk through those doors, yet you are the focal point of your team.
And that's how you feel. That's how you feel. I love that. Thank you. All right, so if you want to make a difference all year long, consider becoming a Smile Maker. Now, to become a Smile Maker, all you got to do is choose to give a recurring monthly gift of $15 or more for at least a year. With your monthly donation, you can help kids at the hospital every day of the year. KSLKids.com makes it easy to donate.
No matter the amount you give, you can be sure that your money is going to a good cause. We've shown you that all night tonight. 100% of the money we receive from your donations stays here locally to help children at Primary Children's Hospital. Thank you so much for being willing to make a difference. We make every penny count. And by becoming a Smile Maker, you are part of an elite group. Smile Makers is sponsored by J&J Garden Center in Layton.
Makes you want to smile, doesn't it?
We are. We have been all day here.
Yes, we have. You know, so often when we talk about Primary Children's Hospital, it's because of physical needs, right? Something that's going on physically with someone. But Primary Children's is working hard to address the current mental health crisis among our youth.
Unfortunately, here in Utah and in many of our surrounding states here in the West, suicide is the leading cause of death for young people. Rates of mental illness for youth and for kids continues to increase.
Yeah, but one of the things Primary Children's Hospital is committed to doing is showing up for these families and providing the support that they need. Here's how they helped Liz during her time of need.
My name is Kyla. I am mother to 3. Liz is my middle child, 17. She is the most kind-hearted child I have ever met. She has a wicked sense of humor, quick-witted, and talented. The way she can express herself through art is pretty incredible.
When I was 7, so second grade, we moved from Nevada to Utah. That was a very hard thing for me, but things did not really pick up until 5th grade when we moved to this house, and I lost all of my elementary school friends.
The chaos of junior high just made everything come forward for her.
And at that point, I was first kind of coming into school avoidance and anxiety. I don't want to do this. I'm tired of being different than all the other kids.
She was missing school constantly. She struggled every day to go. She would have a full-blown panic attack, running through the house, hitting herself in the head. I can't do this. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. After we'd had about the 3rd one of those panic attacks, I knew we had to get some help.
With Primary Children's Behavioral Health, we really believe in the importance of getting kids to the right treatment at the right time in the right place.
I contacted the behavioral health unit. The initial contact up there was with Dr. Kaplan, and she was just so welcoming.
She talked to me like an adult, which I really liked.
A lot of the therapy is teaching parents how to cope because we need it, and having those tools was huge.
You meet these kids and families in such a time of crisis. The hope that emerges afterwards is really cool to be a part of. Now we've got that hope for moving forward and what next steps are going to look like.
It has led me up to a point where I'm very happy, and I'm really, really proud of myself. I feel very fulfilled.
She's doing great. She's on track to graduate. She's talking about a future. She's talking about things she wants to do when she's grown. I would just tell anybody that is struggling, if you have the ability to get up there, do it, because they are caring, they're kind, they're not going to judge you for where you've been. It's going to make me tear up. It was an absolute lifeline for us. I mean, they saved my kid, and that's something I could never repay.
That gives a lot of parents comfort to know that mental health, which has become such a huge problem in our society right now, is something that the hospital
without
takes
question
and treats
without
as well.
question.
So when your child has a complex health condition, you want to make certain you're getting the best care possible.
All right, so the Shakespeare family is super grateful for the ongoing care that they are getting at Primary Children's Hospital. Take a look.
Oh, careful, buddy. You ready for your nappy?
Like any 16-month-old, nap time is a big part of the day.
Yeah, now you're excited. You love your blankie? We're so excited for your nap.
But every moment of every day is big for Isaac Shakespeare because he's here, surviving the unsurvivable.
We weren't supposed to have Isaac. All the medical textbooks, all the medical schools, they don't have anything that can say our son can live.
He lives at home in St. George with his parents and 2 siblings.
He's not supposed to be here. This is a universally fatal condition. There's not been instances of kids just spontaneously surviving. 100% of them died.
Kristen and Casey Shakespeare learned about Isaac's condition, bilateral renal agenesis, when Kristen was 16 weeks pregnant. Doctors told them there was no fluid in the womb and that they couldn't see any functioning kidneys.
When we found out about Isaac's condition, it was a big decision whether or not to try to do anything.
My first gut instinct was to do my own research and find out what I could do.
Kristen found something called the RAFT trial and within a week secured her spot in the study and relocated her family to California.
They call it a Hail Mary. This is no guarantee. This is a trial basis. This is the first time it's ever been done.
Kristen received 11 surgical procedures called amnio infusions. Dr. Martha Monson was one of Kristen's doctors in California and now works at Primary Children's.
So for him, undergoing those procedures and for Kristen undergoing these surgeries every single week for months until he was born, that allowed him to be able to breathe at birth and to avoid the lethal diagnosis that we normally see in this condition.
Isaac was born at 33 weeks. He weighed a little more than 4 pounds and was put on dialysis almost immediately.
It's been a whirlwind.
Dialysis at home now keeps Isaac alive.
Our day-to-day consists of 24-hour care for him. We have everything set up in his room to do 11 hours of dialysis every night.
Next step, start the transplant process and find a kidney.
It's wonderful just to even see his smile and giggle and to see him be here and doing so well and to be now on this path for evaluation for transplant is pretty incredible.
You know, after seeing this series of pieces that we've done, the children we spotlighted tonight, I'm left with the impression that we are so grateful to have this resource in our community. And whether you've been impacted by it or whether you will be impacted by it, because you know someone in your family will be, we want to keep that kind of world-class health care available to the families that walk through those doors.
So easy to take for granted, you know, when you think of it up there and all the work that people are doing, you don't realize what's going on within those walls. That's why we brought this to you today, and it's why we do it each and every year, so you can kind of get a glimpse in there and see how it affects people's lives. It literally saves lives. Miracles, I said this before, but miracles take place up at that hospital every single day.
Yeah, that was the case. As we took phone call after phone call today. Thank you again for donating, but everyone had a connection. They were donating for a reason, and that reason continues on through your donation. So thank you from the phone bank.
You're still catching your breath from the dance floor.
I had to get out there and dance a little.
I think we need to look at a total and just see how much we...
Okay, drum roll.
Ready to hear it.
Yes.
There you go.
403.
Good job. Good job.
That's awesome.
Thank you all so much, and you can continue to donate. KSLKids.com. Please keep those donations coming throughout the night.
Yeah, just because we're ending this right now doesn't mean that this is over. Again, you see on there the QR code. You can take a look at that any single time, and you can actually go year-round and you can donate. Doesn't have to be today.
Smile Maker, we talked about that,
Yep.
but I'm going to go donate as soon as we're finished here, and I'm not going to boost it to the $500,000 mark.
Come on,
Every little bit counts, though.
That's 97 grand, Deanie.
Right. Thanks for being with us, and we are just so excited that as a community we can come together for a primary children's hospital.
Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Great to have you along. We'll see you back here tonight on KSL 5 News at 10.
I just want to say thank you. Say thank you for everything. All the blessings, the messes, whatever comes next. I know you're watching over me, and I just want to be grateful. Just grateful for all I have. I'm alive and I'm breathing. This vibe got me singing. So happy for another day. I just want to say thank you. Say thank you for everything. All the blessings, the messes, whatever comes next. I know you're watching over me, and I just want to be grateful. Just grateful for all I have. I'm alive and I'm breathing. This vibe got me singing. So happy for another day. I just want to say thank you. Say thank you for everything. I'm alive and I'm breathing. This vibe got me singing. So happy for another day. I just